Our correspondent in Kabul, Franz Marty, joins us now. Franz, as we said, the Taliban is making some huge gains in the country. President Biden said that a full takeover by the Taliban is not a foregone conclusion, but how realistic does that seem?
This Taliban claim from the press conference in Moscow today that they claim that they have 85% of the country is exaggerated. In the same conference, a Taliban member also said that if they wanted, they could overrun the whole country within 2 weeks, which is also exaggerated. It is, first of all, they have made wide gains, but only like they took rural areas. So far, this was also acknowledged by the Taliban, they have deliberately not attacked provincial capitals, according to them, to prevent bloodshed among Afghans. So at the moment, not even the Taliban seem to aim a violent takeover of the whole country. They rather seem to hope that with their recent gains that they can go to the negotiating table and more or less demand the surrender of the Afghan government. And as the Afghan government won't accept that, it is unlikely that they will take over the country on this way. So then they would technically have to try it like militarily, but there it's also highly doubtful that they could do that. They could, as they have shown, they can take over large swaths of territory. They could certainly also take over a few provinces if they wanted, but at some point their forces would probably be overstretched, or as has been shown 2 days ago in QALA-E-NAW, the provincial capital of the northwestern province Badghis, that they would face stauncher resistance. So far, they haven't faced much resistance. They took over districts because government forces abandoned them for various reasons. Once they would want to take the last parts of Afghanistan, they would face resistance. So Biden's assessment was, in my opinion, correct.
Well, we've heard that many Afghans are in fear now that the U.S. has almost entirely withdrawn its forces. Are people there looking to leave the country? What's the atmosphere like there?
It depends. There are certainly a lot who want to leave. Most of these people that want to leave are the ones that are more progressive, more modern-minded, that are afraid that if the Taliban would take over, there would be again a medieval regime, and they don't want to live in such a world. On the other hand, in the countryside, I've spoken to people in districts that were overrun by the Taliban by telephone, and some of them are also happy because they say now the Taliban are here and there's no fighting anymore, and this is better for us. So this Taliban advance, it really depends of who you ask. But for example, also in Kabul, it is not that normal life has come to a halt and everything is closed and people wouldn't go about their normal lives. Most of them have no other option than just to continue what they have been doing, whether they are farmers or shopkeepers. So in Kabul and also in other parts where there's no fighting, daily life is quite normal.
Okay, our correspondent in Kabul, Franz Marty, thanks so much for your report.